Hi, and welcome to the Corporate Expat Mom broadcast. I'm your host, Elena Gomez Rodriguez, and I'm a trauma informed mental fitness coach. And you are here because you are either a working expat mom and or you are struggling because you're burning out. So, if you've been around my space a little bit, you have heard me talking about my burnout stories a lot, and I bet they are similar to yours. Having it all, seemingly on the outside, ticking off all the boxes, great career, big ambitions about all the great things you want to achieve, and then becoming a parent on top. And then, if you're an expatriate, having to do it all without not much help from the outside because your family of origin is way too far to get much help. So, how do you do it all without burning out? And you have a lot of people around telling you it's not possible and stop stop trying, stop pushing hard because you will just burn out and you will not get any of that done and you will just damage yourself and your family. And there's so much judgment and comparisons and so many people having opinions. So, here is me coming to you to offer one strategy that will help you tackle the root cause of it all. So, my invitation for you is to stop looking for symptoms, like dealing with the symptoms, like looking for productivity hacks, routines, how to be more organized, how to be more motivated to stop procrastinating, how to start saying no so that you don't overload your plate and you have some time to rest. Those are all tips or strategies to deal with the symptoms, but they don't deal with the root cause. They don't tackle the main reason why this is happening to you and why it will keep on happening, even if you say goodbye to that micromanaging boss who keeps overloading you, even if you get into another marriage where your husband starts helping you more, or even if you move back home and stop being an expat. Those things and patterns will go with you because they start with you. So, not pointing a finger like it's your fault and you're broken. No, no, no. It's not. That's not the case. It's completely normal. And I will show you why and how. And I will share with you that one strategy that will help you deal with that at the core so that you can stop burning out once for all. Okay. Are you in? Let me also share my ticker here because and I'm not going to talk about it more today, but I am preparing a corporate expat mom summit where we talk about even more about business, about family, about mindset, everything around the expatriates. And I just wanted to share the link with you to sign up because this is like a sneak peek. The registration door hasn't opened yet officially, but you get the chance to grab the first seat. So let me just share that here. So, what's that strategy? On how to do it all, stop burning out and stop listening to those people who are telling you it's not possible because you want to make it possible. Like, if you're anything like me and all the women I work with, if somebody tells you, well, just stop trying so hard and just take a break to make sure you don't burn out, like that's not what you want to hear. You're proud of being high achiever, of having high standards for yourself and for others, like that perfectionist. You like taking charge. You like taking action, even though it might not be always the most popular decision. Like the controller. You want to keep pushing yourself to the best because you keep comparing yourself, if not to others, you keep comparing yourself to what you were before, and you have those high goals and standards of what you want to achieve. Hyperachiever. So we went through all of these voices in your head that keep pushing you and me. In mental fitness, we call them saboteurs. Because even though it looks like or it sounds like they have just the best intentions for you and they are your strengths and they got you where you are, so you want to be grateful to them. Like, I kept fighting for my saboteurs because I was like, they got me where I am. My hyperachiever, my stickler, aka the perfectionist, they got me where I am. I wouldn't be abroad with a great corporate career now with a business, having a family and doing it all. Like, I wouldn't get where I am But what do they cost us, right? They tell you those lies. They promise to give it to you all, but it's like giving you breadcrumbs. They give you a little bit of that success, a little bit of that achievement, but then you push the horizon further. Like, I'll be happy when, okay, so now I have this, but I'm still not happy. I still want more. I want something else. And I've done this project, I've made this lounge, and I still don't take the time to rest and relax because I'm already thinking about the next one. You manage to save 10 minutes to go and play with your kids, and still you're sitting there and thinking in your head about what else you'll be doing after those 10 minutes are gone. Like, what else tick 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 is on your list. So you're not even seeing them, you're not enjoying them. You put them to bed like as soon as possible, so that then again you can have time for you and your life and your goals and your things, your projects. And then you feel guilty about it. Like, I always wanted to be a mom, and now I'm just waiting for the moment for them to fall asleep so that I can go back to not being a mom again. It's that talk about balance and how do you make it work without feeling guilty or feeling like you suck as a mom. So the first step is realizing what's underneath. And what's underneath is that these are those saboteurs and they're telling you lies. Okay. They will not, it's not these guys, the hyperachiever, controller, perfectionist. It's not them who will give you that peace of mind and happiness and having everything. It's not. And seeing what's underneath, it's understanding that they are all fear-based. They drive you with fear. That's how you know it's not a good place to be. Because they push you, they keep kicking your butt by using negative emotions. My saboteurs, like my hyperachiever, makes me feel that I'm not good enough if I don't do this next thing, or if I don't get this project, another certificate, another like course, another so many clients on my list. Like, it's fear-based. That saboteur wants to tell me the lie that unless something happens, unless I change, I'm not worthy of success. It's not going to work because success is hard work. I need to work hard. It's telling me that I'm not good enough. I'm not okay the way I am. So those are all lies, and they are based on fear. So what are the lies? What is the drive? What do you use as your motivation? What are those voices in your head telling you that you keep on filling your plate and doing more and not feeling comfortable taking rest and saying no? What negative emotions, what kind of fear do your saboteur use? Okay. Fear of loss, fear of rejection, fear of financial difficulty, fear of not being liked, not having the respect. What is it for you? Yeah. So see them that there is a fear at the root of them. And it's the fear stems from one place. All that fear comes down to the fact that those voices in your head, they tell you it's not okay to be me. I'm not okay the way I am now. That's why I need to do or be or be more. I'm not okay. So then, can you see for yourself, for those voices that keep driving you, that if it's the strength but you keep overusing it, how it's driving you by fear? So what is your fear? What are you most afraid of that happens if you stop listening to those voices in your head that keep pushing you? And is it dig deep enough to see that underneath that, like, it all boils down to it's not okay to be me? Okay. Once you get that, then what is the solution? If it all boils down to it's not okay to be me, then the only place that this can be healed, the only place, it's not on the outside. It will not help you keep changing everything around you. It will not help you do that next project to feel good about yourself. It will not help you get that promotion or the new job to feel good about yourself, because it's all of that is happening on the outside. it will be only a temporary victory for you, only a temporary celebration, only a temporary fleeting moment of happiness. Once that aligns, if it aligns, because not always we have it, we can control the world and everybody around ourselves to align with what we need to feel good about ourselves. The only place, the only way, the only time you will feel good about yourself, that it's okay to be me, is if you start working on that first. Not on the outside, on the inside. So, what's the way? Exercise time. I'm going to invite you to find your childhood picture. And I'm going to share mine here now with you. Find a childhood picture when you were anything between like 0 till 4 or 5 years old maximum. Why? Because that's usually the age before your saboteurs, those voices in your head, got really deep and imprinted. Find your picture. And from now on, do this exercise as often as you can by putting this photo on your desktop, on your phone desktop, print it out, put it somewhere visible. Put it in your journal that you would ideally open in the morning, in the evening. And get used to looking at yourself, looking in your own eyes at the time when you were a child and seeing the essence, feeling the love for yourself. Before anything bad happened in your life, and I'm not blaming that you have those saboteurs because of your parents or something that screwed you up when you were a child. It might have happened. You might have a childhood trauma. If you didn't work on it yet and you still feel it lingering, please seek professional help, some trauma specialists. But we all do have saboteurs, even without anything major bad happening in our life. It's just we are naturally wired, and some family situations might have triggered it, like my mom with her saboteurs of being like perfectionist, high achiever, controller, and yeah, victim a little bit as well. So I got the same mix because I saw it role modeled for me my whole childhood. But the exercise here, not to blame your parents, is to look into your eyes and look for your essence. Who were you as that innocent, pure child? What was your essence? For me, it was like when I look at it, when I was really looking at it and doing like my connection with myself when I was a child, it was what came up to me strongest was I am sunshine. And I got that comment sometimes even during my like teenage or early adult years as well, that I'm the sunshine. Who are you when you look at your picture? I am. Who are you underneath all these layers, expectations, dreams, goals, pushing, doing? Who are you? And you might want to do this exercise first time when you have time for yourself, when you have a little more privacy. Because when I did it the first time, I started crying. I had a happy childhood. I had great memories. Like nothing bad happened to me when I was at this age. Like I was like maybe 4 here. But I started crying. So maybe took your time when you're doing this couple of first times. Give yourself the space to be able to just let it come out, whatever it is that needs to come out. And see your essence. I am. Fill in the blanks. Okay. This is a self-compassion, self-love exercise. And it's important because you need to realize that this is still you. After all these years, look into the mirror now, or put the camera on your phone to face you and look into your eyes. Those are the same eyes. It's still in there somewhere deep. Connect with that. You are that. I am sunshine. Who are you? I'll get teary-eyed again. It all starts with self-love. Because then Only once you start connecting with that, with who you are, having compassion for yourself, feel love for yourself, only this is the only remedy that can feed that black hole that you're otherwise trying to fill from the outside. This is the only place where you realize that you don't need to be doing anything else to feel good about yourself. And only when you feel that that is true, then your entire perspective will shift. You will suddenly be able to say yes or no to new projects based on what matters to you in terms of positive pull, that you feel tempted because this is your passion, your purpose, it's aligned with what you want. You will feel a positive connection to it and you will say yes. Or you will feel good about saying no because you will know it's not aligned. And you will stop saying yes to new stuff just because there's some saboteur, because there's a pleaser who's telling you, I must be doing this. People will not like me, otherwise I will lose my job, or whichever of these saboteurs. Let me just remove it so that I can see you, or you can see me rather. So only that, from that place, when you feel connected to yourself and you have that self-compassion and self-love, then you can start making choices about what you should be doing or not. Only from that place, I know that for me, I was possible to take some rest and relax at the moments that I could. Because until then, even the whatever time I reserved for my recharging my batteries, my head was still running. I woke up in the morning and I was already stressed, and I was like, that's the morning. I should have been full of energy and refreshed, but it was energy, but it was negative energy driving me. This is, by the way, your next final step. Start checking in with yourself. What's driving you? Is it the saboteur? Is it the negative emotion? Or is it, we call it in mental fitness and positive intelligence, we call it the sage, your elder, wiser self, the one that knows what matters, the one that you can access once you calm down and once you stop spinning or burning out. How you know that it's your saboteur driving you? It's because you're feeling negative emotions. You are doing too much because you are being pushed by negative emotions. That's the fear that we mentioned at the beginning. You feel like you have to do it, otherwise something bad will happen. Okay. Is it not good to feel negative emotions? Hey, I cannot, it's my strength that I'm driven and ambitious and that I want to keep challenging myself and others. Don't change me. I don't want to change that because that's how I got where I am. This is my performance edge. If it's negative emotions driving you, that there's a need for them in our lives. Negative emotions are like a hand on a hot stove. It's there to give you that quick signal, hey, dummy, take your hand off. You do not keep your hand pressed on a hot stove for hours, for days, for weeks, like you're doing now, thinking about something bad that happened in the past or that might happen in the future. And that's why you need to keep on stressing and burning out. No. Negative emotions are there just to give a signal. Hey, something is off. Just do something fast. Don't keep burning your hand there. Is the same with the negative emotions. That's exactly what the saboteurs are doing. So the moment you start noticing that you keep pushing, whatever action you're taking, whatever's next on your schedule today, check it. What's the emotion that's driving it? And I'm not saying drop all of your meetings and leave your family at home and go take vacations for 1 year. You can still stay in your life. You can keep doing most of what you're doing, but switch and start checking first. Why am I doing it? Who's driving the decision? Is it yours? Am I feeling okay with myself? Or am I doing this to try to prove something about myself? Okay. So I see that I'm getting too long today. Sorry, I got carried away. Homework. Take your childhood picture. Look at it. What is my essence? I am. And start with that picture with your essence, and then looking at the mirror, finding it, looking at it and how you look now. If you feel any negative emotions coming up, any judgment towards yourself, your face, your past, stop it. Keep coming back at it. Self-love, compassion, innocence, and pure essence. That's what you want to connect, because that's the only way it will fill, the only thing that will fill that black hole you're feeling inside. Not possible to cover it from the outputs, from the inputs from the outside. It has to come from you. If you want to share with me what you got out of it today, and if you want to dive in deeper, this is my email. Feel free to reach out. Credits to Shirzad Shamina and Positive Intelligence. I mentioned them. That's this. I didn't make this all up. This is based by research and science and neuroscience and everything else. So you can dive in his name if you want to look it up and read more about it. I already invited you for the Corporate Expat Mom Summit just before I let you go. So you can go and check it out. Otherwise, you will hear me talk about it more next week. And until then, I wish you happy connecting with yourself. I wish you lots of insights and lots of love for yourself first, because this is the oxygen mask to put on first. You connecting with you. Stop trying to avoid it. Stop trying to push it away, because all feely woo woo immune stuff. Let me go back to my brain. No. I get here. If you start doing this, you will start feeling, seeing shifts all over the place, even though nothing else changes around you. If you shift, everything else will. And it starts here with self-love, self-compassion. So try this method, the childhood picture, and let me know how it went. Sending you lots of love. Take care. Bye.